Who's the best all-star card in the AL Central? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is Hopeful Chewbacca back at the Church of Chewbacca, and today we're going to give in-depth reviews of all 5 of the players in the AL Central for the Season 3 team Affinities. On the screen here, you can obviously see we have Ramirez, Rodon, Perez, Cruz, and Soto. We're going to give all 5 of these cards in-depth reviews, and I'll let you know at the end of the video who I think is the best card in the AL Central. Let's get into it. Jose Ramirez. The switch hitting third baseman for the Cleveland Indians is Jose Ramirez. He throws right-handed, he can play first base, second base, shortstop, as well as left field. He's 98 overall in this particular card. He has 80 contact versus righty, 103 contact versus lefty, 125 power versus righty, 73 power versus lefty, 108 vision, 81 discipline, and 107 clutch. The Ramirez has a tremendous swing as a switch hitter. I mean, it is one of the best swings. I wish he'd have more power against lefties in this card. I would really love this card if he did. However, he doesn't, and that worries me a little bit. He has 75 fielding, 68 arm strength, 71 arm accuracy, 78 reaction with 68 speed, 53 stealing, and 70 base run aggressiveness. Being that he does have max power against righties and he has 80 contact, I guess you can live with that. The high contact and not so great power against lefties hurts a little bit. I'm going to give him 4.5 chewies because his swing is so glitchy. If he didn't have such a glitchy swing, he wasn't a switch hitter and didn't have so much position flexibility, I would give him 4 chewies. But I'll give him the 4.5 nod here just because of his switch hitting and position flexibility. Carlos Rodon. The left-handed pitcher for the Chicago White Sox is actually threw a no-hitter earlier in the year. He's left-handed throwing, left-handed batting, 97 overall. He's a 4-seam fastball, slider, changeup, curveball, and 2-seam fastball. Looking at his pitch velocity, he has 96 on the 4-seam fastball, can go up to 98. Then for the slider is 86, 84 for the changeup, 76 for the curveball, and 93 for the 2-seam fastball. As for his control, he's 96 on the 4-seam fastball, 91 on the slider, 74 on the changeup, 63 on the curveball, and 78 on the 2-seam fastball. For the pitch break, he has 81 on the 4-seam fastball, 96 on the slider, 86 on the changeup, 63 on the curveball, 76 on the 2-seam fastball. Looking at his attributes, he's 101 stamina, 112 hits per 9, 101 K per 9, 76 base on balls per 9, 89 home run per 9, 104 pitching clutch, 80 control, 81 velocity, 96 break. The Rodon is a good card. I don't think he's necessarily great, but he does throw pretty hard then pretty slow. He has a little bit of a hitch in his motion, I guess, to make it throw batters off a little bit from what I remember from the no-hitter card from the Tops Now. I'm going to give him 4.5 chewies because his hits per 9 is so high at 112. Can get all the way up to 117. Then he has 101 K per 9. Those are pretty decent numbers. I guess you could compare him a little bit to the Al Leiter. I do think the Al Leiter is slightly better than a Rodon. That's why he's getting 4.5 chewies and not 5 chewies. But I'm going to give him a solid 4.5 chewies. I think it's a fair rating. Salvador Perez. The longtime catcher for the Kansas City Royals and was actually with them when they won the World Series. It's 97 overall, Salvador Perez. He throws right-handed, bats right-handed, can also play first base. Looking at his attributes, he has 93 contact versus righty, 125 contact versus lefty, 90 power versus righty, 125 power versus lefty, 82 vision, 49 discipline, 94 clutch. Then he has 80 fielding, 80 arm strength, 79 arm accuracy, 87 reaction with 79 blocking, 38 speed. Super great glitchy swing. I think he's a top 3 catcher in the game at this point because he is a catcher and catchers are so rare. I'm going to give this Perez 5 chewies. Do I think if he played another position like first base or something, he'd be a 5 chewy card? No, I do not. But because he is a catcher with above average defense as well as great power and swing, he has max against lefty. So if he's facing a lefty, he could at least platoon in as a catcher. Makes him a little bit better than the Piazza that I have as one of my top 2 catchers right now in the top 5 if you watch that video that happened last week. 5 chewies for Perez. I think he's an absolute monster at the catcher position for this point in the game. Nelson Cruz. The power-hitting DH for the Minnesota Twins that just happens to have to play right field because it's Diamond Dynasty, can also play left field as his secondary, is a 97 overall Nelson Cruz, right-handed throwing, right-handed batting, and his hitting attributes are pretty much 6 or 7 chewy level. Tremendously glitchy swing, 89 contact versus righty, 125 contact versus lefty, 121 power versus righty, 114 power versus lefty with 95 vision, 97 discipline, 101 clutch. Hands down, he'd be 5 chewies if he didn't have to play in the field at all. However, in Diamond Dynasty, you don't have a DH. Therefore, he has to play in the field. Therefore, this card can never, ever be a 5 chewy card because with 40 speed and 52 fielding in the outfield, It don't matter how hard you throw, even if you got 90 arm strength and 63 arm accuracy with 50 reaction. You're a negative defensive WAR player, just like Derek Jeter was throughout his entire career with the New York Yankees, even though everyone thinks he's a tremendous fielding shortstop, which he never was. Moving forward to that, I'm going to give this Nelson Cruz 4.5 chewies because his hitting is so good, but his fielding is so terrible. But his hitting is so good that his terrible fielding I can just ignore to have him on the bench. 4.5 chewies. Gregory Soto. So you're looking at this card and thinking, A, the Tigers had an all-star. B, this card really does not look that great for a closer. I only thought it was 95 on his sinker. However, the 95 overall, Detroit Tigers relief pitcher Gregory Soto, left-handed throwing, left-handed batting, has a sinker, slider, four-seam fastball, and changeup. The trick here is he has outlier 1, which means his sinker will go 100 miles an hour, which is very important. So he throws a sinker that goes 95 miles per hour. However, it does go 100 with outlier 1. A slider that goes 88, 98 on the four-seam fastball, 88 on the changeup. My concern is that there isn't enough pitch speed differential between the changeup, slider, and sinker. However, with the slider and changeup going the same speed, it will throw people off. He has 72 pitch control for the sinker, 87 slider, 57 for the four-seam fastball, and 25 on the changeup. So I'm sure you will hang that bad boy. Looking for the pitch break, he has 74 on the sinker, 94 on the slider, 69 on the four-seam fastball, 58 on the changeup. He's not accurate. There's not the best pitch break, so I don't know. 29 stamina, 123 hits per 9, 113 K per 9, 67 base on balls per 9, 92 home run per 9, 112 pitching clutch, 60 control, 99 velocity, and 94 break. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this one, but I'm going to go with Soto at 4 chewy. I mean, he does shore up your bullpen for a left-handed reliever right now, and I guess you could compare him to Aroldis Chapman somewhat, but he's so inaccurate, especially with the changeup. Can you even throw that pitch? Like 25 control? Could you imagine how many times you would hang your changeup? It's ridiculous. I mean, come on, man. You could have gave him at least a 40 or 50. It is what it is. I'm really, really concerned with how bad the control is on this card. That's why I'm going to give him 4 chewies. You guys let me know in the comments. I'm going to obviously pitch with him, especially in the event whenever you can pitch with American League pitchers. You guys let me know in the comments down below if I'm giving Soto the shaft here or not. So we've done an in-depth review of all 5 of these cards. Obviously, my choice is going to be Salvador Perez, but I do think that Cruz and Rodon do have places on many people's teams, as well as Soto. I think Jose Ramirez even has a place. This is the first division where I think all 5 guys could be used, even though none of them are like super great. But if you like the team or you like the player, by all means use them. I think Perez is the best one out of the bunch. However, I do think they're all serviceable. I do think Cruz should be on your bench as a bench bet. You guys let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about these 5 guys. As always, I appreciate all of your support. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with any of your friends that play MLB The Show 21. You guys have a great day and be safe.